confused.
My name is Frank Cho, and you're listening to Something Super
All
Podcast.
right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Something Super Podcast. I'm Steve.
Mark.
And guys, this week we are going to be catching you up on Obi Wan because as of right now, it's dropping again this week. We want you to be fully on the cusp of what the hell's going on with this series so far. I know that the last time we spoke about Obi Wan, we had no complaints, and I honestly still don't. There's a lot going on, and I got some hot takes, not necessarily bad things, just some interesting things that I viewed. And yeah, I don't know. We'll start with you, Mark. What do you think? Episode 4.
So I do think that Disney has jacked up a lot of characters in the Star Wars universes, a lot of stories in Star Wars, but I can tell you right now, without a doubt, Darth Vader, they are handling phenomenally.
Absolutely.
Like in everything. Rogue One, he was just a terror in that corridor scene. In Obi Wan, dude, did you see how fast he was power walking in when he snatched Reva just straight up?
Oh yeah.
Like, homie was on a mission. But no, I really like the story that they're telling with Obi-Wan having to almost save himself before he can even start to save Luke or Leia.
Yeah.
He's getting back in touch with the Force. Like, he could barely move that little pen, and then he's holding back the entire ocean.
Yep. And I think, I'm sort of just knocking that rust off. Like he's been in exile for 10 years, not really using the Force, trying to just be a day-to-day guy, Ben Kenobi, which I think it's an interesting thing that we're getting a young Leia here, because you never got that side of the story. And whether they always knew that he went and saved Leia, or they're just, twisting that side to, give us the audience, a different perspective on stuff, because we saw Luke grow up. We saw Anakin grow up. We never really saw anything about Leia. But Leia and Han Solo named their son Ben, which I think is interesting because that's what Obi-Wan calls himself, and he's the man that saved her life on multiple occasions.
Yeah, no, number one, can we just talk about how bad of a fake name that is?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the fact that he used the same last name.
This is Superman putting on glasses.
Yeah.
I'm not Obi-Wan Kenobi. I am Ben Kenobi. See, my theory was, remember how he said, I think I had a brother?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I don't know if we'll ever learn more about his family or not in any of these series, if they do another one with Ewan McGregor after this. But what if that was him just remembering his brother's name? Maybe it was just subconsciously, he remembers more than he thinks.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think the Jedi would take children at 2 years old when they would, because I think right around 2 or 3 is when they start learning that that they're Force sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right. I mean, and again, the younger the kid, the better, because they have more time to mold them into their fucking Jedi
regime.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's crazy that slowly everybody's hating the Jedi.
Yeah. And this is something you really didn't see after Order 66 was the Jedi's going into exile, which here's something that I really don't understand. Unless there were that many Sith, I feel if the Jedi just kind of got together, they would have stood a chance. But they kind of, the Jedi are the Batman of, there's one Batman in Gotham. There's not 100 fucking heroes.
Right.
So they're trying to save their planet that they're assigned to, or the planet that they're, it's their home planet or whatever. And there might be 3-4 Jedi on that entire planet. It's not overrun with people.
Right.
I mean, it's a large galaxy, and I'm sure you could Google a fucking list of every Jedi that's ever existed, and it's really probably not going to be a long list. Yeah. Yeah, so there's not going to be a long list of every Jedi ever. You know, even if you said 100,000 in the millennia that Star Wars has existed, it's a blip on the fucking map.
Right. What did you think about the fortress actually being a tomb?
Oh, I thought it was fucked up and awesome.
Like Disney got dark.
Yeah, no, I wasn't ready for that. So, like, obviously, it's the fortress. You know, it's the possibly underwater because that's the tip of the iceberg is what you can see. But when he goes into that room with like all the people in like stasis, I was like, holy shit! Like they just not only are they murdering Jedi, they are
They're
just
keeping them as trophies.
yeah, they are displaying them in their fucking trophy case. Like that is wildly fucked up. But that is exactly what I would expect Darth Vader to do.
See, and that makes the round table scene in the previous episode even more fucked up. Because if you watch, like when Reva walks in, you can see like a red banner around the room. It's all the lightsabers of all
Yep.
the Jedi they've killed. And now to know that they also kept the bodies. Now, see, I'm wondering if that's playing into the Emperor Palpatine cloning thing that
That's
they tried
possible.
doing in the Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. Like
Ray
they're
was
like
a clone or whatever,
yeah, they're like stealing the
or should have been a clone.
oh fucking that's I'm not even gonna try to begin to understand because like that whole concept. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you, but I digress. The yeah, the fucked up trophy room. I did see the lightsabers. I thought that was cool. Now again, I wish they had kind of like panned up closer because I really would like to have seen some of the like the more detailed parts of the lightsabers and maybe some we might recognize. But I'll take what I can get.
Right,
And
like see, I wasn't that like it caught me off guard, but I wasn't like, okay, that's whatever. Like, and then they showed the youngling, and then I was like the youngling is what got. I was like, oh, I was like, they went there, like,
oh, they absolutely went there.
and I gotta go back and watch that scene, and then watch the first episode and see if he was part of the like little clan. Because if he was, that was 100% Reva,
I think he was.
and I bet you Reva probably had to kill him to turn.
So then that pretty much shits on the theory of Reva being one of the unless she killed him as a child, like when she was a kid.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if maybe they get caught and they're given a chance to either turn and join, or like at that young of an age, turn and join
or
die. And like for her, like she has to kill one of them to be able to join.
So that was her first kill. So this
Yeah.
might just be Reva, like the Inquisitor's like trophy case, not necessarily just Darth Vader, because Darth Vader, while he's dark, I don't think he's sentimental in that way. Where
I don't think he doesn't give a shit about anybody but Obi Wan right now.
Correct. Yeah, he's essentially just been hunting one individual person for 10 fucking years.
Like he just snapped the family's neck for eating soup.
Good soup.
Yeah, like
I'm very curious to see the direction. We have 2 episodes left. Obviously, we got this week and next week.
Right.
I really want to know, like, there's a lot of fucking ground to cover, and I'm not saying it has to be done in 2 days here now, but I don't know how they're going to like tie up these loose ends. I would like to see more of Hayden Christensen. I thought it was cool that they have like a back to tank, very similar to Boba Fett's. But when they were both in their healing, they could
more
sense
similar
each
to
other.
the one Luke uses.
Yeah, but they could sense each other.
Yeah. Well, now see, the reason why is because when you go into the back of the tank, it makes you like dream, and like you start like it basically knocks you out, and like you start dreaming, and then subconsciously like they start linking to the Force, and then like they can sense each other.
Yeah,
and that's what I think is cool.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I'm super excited to see the final 2 episodes here. Just to, again, like I said, I'm curious how they're going to tie everything up. They're obviously going to put a bow on it. I don't know if they're going to put a neat bow or not, but there will be more than one Obi Wan season because I think this was one of the highest watched Disney Plus series that's released, and that's including Marvel.
So I'm wondering if, because they got to bring the Inquisitor back.
The Grand Inquisitor, yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe like he got healed the same way like Fennec Shan did, like with mechanical parts.
That would be cool.
And then he went to what you call it? Not Tatooine. Yeah, not Alderaan.
Okay.
And he's with the senator. So when Obi-Wan gets back, he's waiting for Obi-Wan.
So you think, now again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you think he's going to make it back with Leia by the end of the season?
I think so.
I would like to hope so, but I don't
I
know.
think he's going to get her back in. I think he's going to get her back. Hopefully by the end of the next episode. They could easily do that. And then have just the last episode just be like the final showdown, whether it's him versus Reva, him versus Darth Vader one more time, now that he's actually connecting to the Force and using it. Like, you don't bring back Hayden Christensen and him, who already know this choreography, and not use it. Because so far, Vader's just beat the holy shit out of Obi-Wan. Like, you've got to give him a little bit of a redemption in at least one fight.
Yeah. And he beat the brakes off, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I mean, I think that would be cool to have that like final showdown. Not necessarily final showdown, because obviously it's not, the end of Darth Vader or Obi-Wan, because we're aware. But I think that it would be cool. I would rather him go up against Reva, because she's been his like main opposition, like the thing that's standing in his way.
See, I'm wondering if my thinking is it's probably going to end up being Reva and the Grand Inquisitor first, and then Obi-Wan and Vader.
Okay. I mean,
I think he'll get a Reva fight, but I think somehow he'll get away.
I've just been pissed off that like every time that Obi-Wan has the opportunity to fight Reva, he like jumps in a ship and flies away. It's like the exact same thing twice now.
Although there, he was just outnumbered there.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I would have did the same thing in that situation. Now the other one, he could have easily like fought her and then just force jumped up into the thing.
Oh yeah. My biggest thing was the first time there was no force used whatsoever, and Reva or Obi-Wan very well could have. This time I'm glad that they like picked up the fucking explosive tank and threw it at the speeder.
Right.
Like, okay, that's what I would have done if I was a bad guy. I would have tried to kill them. At least fucking take a shot at them. Christ.
Right.
Reva's like ready to fucking let him fly away. And then Han's like, nah, this ain't Too Fast, Too Furious.
We doing this thing.
Goddamn right. For family. And then he just fucking threw the shit and blew the goddamn space car up. And that's when Dom Toretto appeared. But no, for real, like that, if they didn't do that, I would have been pissed. And I hate it because like obviously like, we're losing a good guy character, but like Jesus Christ, you are evil. You people are fucking evil. Be evil.
Yeah, like I mean, to be fair, they have a tomb of dead Jedi in their basement. So I mean,
I'm not saying that they're good.
I could see Reva turning though by the end.
I think that would be interesting because
this is what I like. Not to cut you off, but this is what I like is we have no idea. She could like there's her story arc could go in like 3 different directions. Number 1, she just becomes the new Grand Inquisitor and she stays like a Sith apprentice practically. She could turn and come back to the light side and help Obi-Wan, or she could die. Any of those 3, because the Grand Inquisitors in other projects. The fifth the fifth son?
There's like a million fucking kids.
Or like Han's character, I think it's the 5th brother.
Oh yeah, the 5th.
Or second like son, whatever. But like he's in other like things, and then there's other Inquisitors, but Reva's not one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like the seventh sister and shit like that, like, or the sixth.
Right.
Oh, I know there's a bunch of other fucking people, but uh, yeah, I mean, I think a good twist, because with the exception of Anakin, and I mean, you could kind of write Ahsoka in because she went like gray Jedi, but like, look at everyone just kind of stayed where they were at. Like, nobody really transitioned one way or the other. Anakin became Darth Vader, and that was it. That was our only like live action transition.
Right.
Yeah, I would be cool with Reva coming back. Now, again, she would have to be like super humbled and do her thing and like apologize, whatever the fucking, you know, Jedi code is. But like, I would be cool with that.
I think she saves Obi Wan,
I
I
mean,
but I
I'm
could
here
see
for
her
it.
die trying.
Yeah, see, that would be cool too. And I would have been cool with that, like at the end of the fucking Disney trilogy. Ben becomes good and Ray becomes bad and he dies trying to protect people.
They
That would
didn't
have
become
been
bad. Yeah, that's how it should have been.
the dopest fucking
Turn.
yeah. Oh, that would have been so cool.
You tease it, and then oh no, it's just the Emperor Palpatine
no,
that
fuck
nobody
that.
knew was still alive.
Lame as fuck. But yeah, no, give me all the good shit, man. Honestly, I really, really, really fucking like this series so far. Mostly because giant Star Wars nerd, but god damn it. Give me all the lightsaber fights. Like, if you just gave me a series of just lightsaber fights, I would watch it.
Oh, dude, I would love to watch that shit. Have you ever seen the video? It's Ray Park, and he's in, I think it's Disney or something, and he just sees a kid with a lightsaber. He just walks up, takes it out of the kid's hands, and just starts fucking doing like all the Darth Maul shit, all the twirls and the fucking side kicks and fucking flips and shit with it.
That's fucking awesome. I wish I
Yeah,
was that child.
like I would have shit myself.
Like, you have a pen because I want you to sign this for me because no one will ever believe me.
Yeah, dude, it's hysterical.
That's why like the getting the Ahsoka blades signed was like the coolest fucking thing I've ever done. But yeah, I would love to meet Ray Park and have him sign Darth Maul blades. That would be, oh god damn it. That would be like the same level as like meeting Ashley Eckstein.
Dude, that's probably like the holy grail.
Yeah. We gotta find out if he's going to an event somewhere. We'll go. We will go. Back on track real quick though. To sort of wrap up. What are your predictions for next episode? Give me a couple like quick ones. Give me like a realistic one and then like a one that you kind of just wish would happen, but
So, what I wish would happen is kind of the scenario I played out. So, Obi Wan is fighting Vader. She sees it. She's probably fighting the Grand Inquisitor. She sees Obi Wan in trouble and sacrifices herself to save Obi Wan. But so, my thing is, I think that she's still kind of on the good side. And the
okay.
tracker is so she knows where she is. So I think she might secretly be trying to protect Leia
Okay.
because, like, she did everything she could not to have to torture her.
That's fair.
Like, I feel like other ones would just went right to torturing her. Like, and like she when she was trying to pull the information out of like her brain or whatever, like read her mind, like she could have probably easily did it if she really kept going. Because Leia is strong, but she's still only what 10.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So unless she has a fucking fortress up there.
Yeah.
But that's what I would want to say.
Also, I'm curious about that machine. Like, obviously, it's the like interrogation type machine, or I guess murder machine, or whatever you want to call it. Is that how everyone else got like, into the trophy case? Would she have ended up in the trophy case if they had gone through with it?
Probably.
Because I mean, she's technically force sensitive, but we don't know that until eons from now.
Right.
But that's a fucking dope ass trophy. Like, I have the senator's daughter. I have a princess. like the Princess of Alderaan. Like, I'll put that up in the fucking on the trophy case.
There you go. Submit that to one of those toy designs.
I'll 3D print it.
You just gotta make sure it doesn't look like carbonite.
Yes, I'll do the clear 3D printing of it. So she's inside there, and we'll just like paint the inside. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, no, it's
what are you hoping for?
What I'm hoping for, I really want, again, mine is more just I want to see Reva and Obi Wan go at it because they've had so many close calls. Even if that's not either one of their final battles, I'm cool with the Grand Inquisitor taking her out and him and Darth Vader going off and doing their thing. But we've gotten so fucking close. Like I can taste it. It's palpable. Give me that fight, and give me a good Hayden Christensen cameo.
Not 20 feet away in the distance. With
not in the distance. And apparently he was in this episode too. It said that in the credits that he made a fucking. So I don't know if he is all the time Darth Vader.
Well, yeah, when he's the one in the makeup and everything.
Yeah. So okay. So then he's in.
So anytime they show Vader's burn up face, it's actually Hayden Christensen.
Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. I would like a flashback to like right before he turned, or like Clone Wars type flashback, something to when they were close, because he's trying to like convince Darth Vader, like, cause that's what he wants. He wants Darth Vader to come back to the light. He wants Anakin to not be evil.
He wants Anakin back.
Yeah, he thinks it's salvageable, but we are fully aware it is not, because we've seen the future and they have not. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. I would like that.
Dude, I would love it. Like,
yeah, we're gonna fucking.
There's a lot that I can't wait to see.
We're gonna see some shit.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Other than Obi-Wan, like I said, that corridor scene. Yeah, how about him just straight up going like Sammy Sosa yard on that blaster? The one blaster that hit the control panel, he just straight swung for the fences.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, he was going in. And I was actually really excited to see the like broken glass scene where the water was coming in. I was curious, as like I knew he was going to be like, oh, take Leia and get the fuck out of here. Obviously, because that's literally the trope in a million different fucking movies.
Right.
But I was curious as to how he was going to do it. And I kind of liked how he like angled his body to sort of just shoot the water at the fucking stormtroopers. I was like, okay, I fuck with it. I thought he was going to get shot. Not going to lie. I thought that's what was going to stop him from holding back the water. He's going to get fucking clipped.
Boom, headshot, show over.
Dude, right? Yeah, the stormtroopers aren't fucking good at shooting, apparently. That was like the one thing that they were just, the clone troopers were good at.
They're terrible.
Yeah, like the clone troopers were like a union staff of employees, and like these are like the people that came in during the strike. They're just working for like $9 an hour, doing shit jobs. Yeah, no, they are all terrible. I don't know how the fuck any of them I feel like there's got to be some kind of qualification to be a stormtrooper, or at least there should be, and shooting should be like on that list, and it's obviously not.
Right, like
Also,
I just love that that's the trope, is that stormtroopers are just terrible shots.
Yeah, everyone except the Disney trilogy. The Disney trilogy, they were really good shots, which is so fucking weird.
I'm saying stormtroopers, not clone troopers.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Well, no. Were they clone troopers by the Disney trilogy?
Well,
I'm talking about like Finn. Finn was a good shot, and he is a stormtrooper, and like everyone like of that era with like the new stormtrooper helmets was like pretty good at shooting. And then you got these guys that are all fucking broke dick. Like they're all terrible. But yeah, sorry, there goes the brain train. It's my ADHD. So yeah, we will absolutely be covering the next episode of Obi Wan. I'm excited for it. It's coming out in a couple days, and we will have an episode for you by praying for this weekend. So yeah,
We're
that's
also
really
going to be covering Stranger Things coming up soon too.
yes. I'm so excited. We have both watched the entire series, so we're probably gonna do what's it, 6 episodes, like a 2x2 or 3x3, 2x2x2, 3x3, something like that, or 7 episodes. Whatever, we'll figure it out. We're gonna break it down, give you guys a great fucking coverage of it. There's so much stuff in there to talk about. That was such a great part 1 of the series.
This is the best season so far, hands down.
I love it.
And we must protect Eddie at all costs.
No, absolutely. Although I will tell you what, like the fact that 11's been sidelined for this entire season, it's kind of pissing me the fuck off. I'm like, just do it already. Just fucking do it already. God damn it.
Well, you know, it's funny. Not just before we end the episode. I was reading an article where the director said that the one cheerleader, her death was actually like filmed before the scene with her and Eddie. So like it was already predetermined that was going to happen. But then they saw how much chemistry them two actually had, and he immediately regretted killing her also soon. He's like, we could have done so much with those two characters, and we just killed it, but we had to stick to our guns for the story we wanted to tell.
Well, I mean, that's what they did. I don't know if you read the thing about like Steve Harrington. He was supposed to die in the first season.
Yeah, and everybody loved him.
No, so he actually talked to the Duffer Brothers and he convinced them himself that he shouldn't die. And then they saw like the chemistry him and Dustin had on screen. And they kept him. I love the fact that like, what was it, the first episode? He's like, you're just mad that I have another adult male friend in my life.
Dude, they are the cutest couple in the television history.
Goddamn right.
Fuck Ross and Rachel.
Yes.
Fuck JD and Elliot.
It's definitely Dustin and Steve Harrington. All right, guys, that is all we've got for this episode. Last but not least, check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Something Super Podcast and on Twitter at SS Podcast 52. We are on all of your major streaming platforms. Anchor, thank you so much for hosting us. And guys, keep an eye out. We're going to be starting with some video stuff soon. So you'll finally get to see our wonderful faces that we've been hiding behind microphones because neither of us have faces for TV. But lastly, I'm Steve.
I'm Mark.
And we'll catch you guys next week.